No way. You slapping me, turn around, button your jacket, and walk off that stage. They gonna have to go to 4 commercial breaks.
Today, we have a doozy for you. The legendary Steve Harvey is in hot water as his joke about the infamous Oscar slap may be the beginning of a new battle. Buckle up, folks, because we're diving right into this drama. Over the past year and beyond, Will Smith has been facing the consequences of the 2022 Oscars incident. Before this incident, he was renowned in Hollywood as the charismatic and captivating life of the party, known for his magnetic presence as an actor. However, recently, he's been seething with frustration due to the repercussions he's been facing after the slap incident. Adding fuel to the fire, Steve Harvey has entered the picture, leaving Will Smith furious. What exactly did Steve say, and why is Will Smith reacting so strongly to it? If you're unfamiliar with the incident, let me explain. Will Smith, renowned for his iconic role as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, delivered a powerful slap to the comedian Chris Rock. This happened after Rock joked about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The joke revolved around Jada's bald look due to alopecia, with Rock expressing excitement for a G.I. Jane sequel. The punchline hit too close to home, but in the end, Will apologized and Rock chose not to press charges. However, Rock did benefit from the situation by securing a lucrative deal for a Netflix comedy special where he took jabs at Will Smith.
His wife was her son's friend, okay? Will Smith practices selective outrage. I didn't have any entanglements.
We've lost count of the comedians who have taken shots at Will Smith regarding the infamous Oscar slap. It's become such a recurring topic that providing an accurate count is difficult. The point is that so many people have criticized Smith for his violent behavior at the Oscars. Lupita Nyong'o, who happened to be seated near Will Smith, unintentionally became an unexpected witness to the explosive aftermath of the incident. Cameras captured the priceless reactions of Nicole Kidman and Serena Williams, displaying a perfect response of shock and disbelief as we were in. Moreover, Jim Carrey, the king of comedy, expressed his disgust at the sight of Will Smith receiving a standing ovation during his Oscar acceptance speech.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
Even going as far as declaring that he would have slapped Smith with a $200 million lawsuit.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Comedian Wanda Sykes, known for her boldness, shared her thoughts on the Smith slap saga, questioning the decision to allow Smith to remain and accept his Best Actor award despite the altercation. With a playful twist of humor, Sykes commented on how assaulting someone would typically result in being escorted out of the building, emphasizing her surprise at the different treatment in this case. She stated, "You assault somebody, you get escorted out of the building, and that's it, you know? But for them to let him continue, I thought it was gross." Since so many comedians and celebrities spoke about this incident, it was like a bombshell dropped in the comedy world. The illustrious Steve Harvey is one of the stalwarts of the comedy world who appears to have been offended by Smith's antics. With years of experience in the industry, Steve has encountered all sorts of challenges on stage, but even he was taken aback by Smith's sudden outburst. In a recent interview, Harvey didn't think twice about expressing his opinions on how he would have handled the amusing situation. Harvey, a comedian, TV host, and wearer of many hats, a Christian in training, playfully stated his viewpoint while grinning, "I'm a Christian, but I'm undeveloped. I don't have high-level Christianity. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 2. That's the level of Christianity I can work on." Harvey explained his viewpoint of Christianity, which the audience burst laughing, saying, "You slap Bishop Jakes. He'll turn the other cheek because he's a high-level Christian. You slap me, Will Smith. Let me play something. You are slapping me. Turn around, button your jacket, and walk off that stage." They will have to go to 4 commercial breaks. I'm not saying I wouldn't get slapped, but I'm just saying for you to sit your ass back in your chair. Jada and everybody else will have to move out of the way because we'll be down here moving furniture around, partner. That's the type of Christian I am. However, Steve did continue to assert that Will's actions were punk style and that he only committed them because he knew he could get away with it on TV. And some fans seem to agree with this fact. Steve said, "It was a real punk move to go up, down national TV where you know you could slap this brother. See, this is how you know it was. It was some Hollywood. He slapped the dude and turned his back. back and walked off. You know good and hell well in real life, man. I doubt that Smith would have even attempted to challenge Harvey if things had unfolded that way. In terms of attitude, it would have been more level contest, and Steve is the kind of presence that makes you think he could pack a serious punch. However, Harvey made it abundantly obvious through those remarks that he has lost all respect for Will Smith. Although he didn't witness the incident live, he was out of the country at the time. Upon watching it and learning what Chris had said to trigger the altercation, Steve found himself in a bit of a dilemma. Harvey made a quick comeback to Will's reaction to Chris, and to knock a bit of sense in him, Harvey suggested that Will Smith could have simply approached Chris Rock and initiated a calm conversation to resolve the issue after the show. Now that Harvey has criticized Will and held him accountable for his actions live in front of the audience, Steve Harvey seems to be feeling the heat and realizing the gravity of his words. Steve's remarks still split many fans. Some are against him, and one said, "Steve Harvey has lost all respect for Will Smith." Well, we lost respect for you, Steve Harvey, who can't take 5 minutes from a busy schedule to take pictures with fans. Remember those, Steve? They're the ones who watch your Family Feud show and go to your dead-end comedy shows. Other celebrities were not supportive of Will Smith. One person tweeted, "You guys can agree with Steve Harvey about Will Smith and still despise him. I do." Another added, "I can't stand Steve Harvey, a Bible Billy, but I couldn't agree with him more." Although comedians are known for their friendship and support of one another, Smith is by himself on a comedy island that has been abandoned. The agreement is that this episode struck at the core of free speech and the comedy itself, and not a single comedian has defended him. These days, telling jokes in front of an audience might be dangerous. According to many, Smith's actions have given others the false impression that they can attack anyone who dares to make fun of them while conveniently oblivious to the rules that protect free speech. Comedians criticize Will for his bad decision. Will is dealing with all the hate, but he finds it difficult to believe that Steve Harvey, who has a dubious past, is picking on him. Will wants to prove to Harvey that there are repercussions for messing with the Fresh Prince. The future is not a basketball game, but a courtroom conflict. So what do you think? Comment down below and let us know if you like this video. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see the next video. I post updates like this every week, where we uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities. Thanks for watching.